Hi Aries, welcome to your reading. This is going to be for mid-October. It is for Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs. If this one doesn't resonate, definitely check out those other placements. It is a general reading, so it may not resonate for everyone who watches. We're going to get into your recent past, your current energy, and the near future, and then we'll check out what's going on with you and whoever's on your mind. So thank you so much to everyone who's returning. If you are new, welcome. I do personal readings. If you'd like one of those, the information is in the description box below. Thank you so much for all your likes, shares, comments, and subscribes. I appreciate you all so much. Let's see what's going on for you guys. So this will go out to about mid-November, the energies. So we're going to see what is up for you. All right. So in the recent past, we have the Queen of Cups with the Tower, okay, and the Seven of Cups. And then in the current energy, we have the Eight of Cups, the Devil in reverse, and the Ace of Pentacles. In the near future, we have the Seven of Wands in reverse with the King of Cups and the Knight of Wands in reverse. The overall energy, I like this, is the Ten of Pentacles. So your main focus could be on your finances for the next month. It seems as though you've started to finally get some traction, is the word that I want to say. So if you've been saving, you're slowly watching as your bank account gets a little bit bigger. Money may start to get better if you haven't gotten to that place just yet. I feel like this is when things are going to start picking up. They're talking about being in a sales job. You could get a really big sale this month. I just heard real estate, or if you just work in sales in general, or there could be an increase in your finances from unusual areas. So just keep your eyes open. It doesn't necessarily have to be like a huge windfall of money. Could it be for some? It could be something unexpected, but it just feels more like there's stability or there's a common goal. If you are in a partnership and the two of you are looking for a big purchase, for some of you, it could be like a car, or there's something you want to spend money on. I feel like the money's going to flow nicely and you'll be able to get whatever it is that your focus is on. All right, so let's look at the recent past. We have the Queen of Cups, the Tower, and the Seven of Cups. So the initial energy I get, it's like because you have been focused on you and loving yourself, and where there was confusion, it's like it started to change everything. So I feel like your options are opening up as well. Whatever area of your life this might be focused on, it could be that something had to fall apart as well. So there's two different scenarios I'm picking up on. For some of you, this was like a really good change. With the Ten of Pentacles coming out that way, I'd say that's great. That means that something that was unexpected came into your life. It may have confused you just a little bit at first, but I feel like as you focus on what's important to you, that's when you get the aha moment of, okay, I see why this change was really important for me to have. It's always difficult when we don't understand why something gets pulled either away from us or comes in to kind of stir things up. And I feel like that's what had happened. For others of you, this is something had to fall apart and then all of a sudden your options opened up and now you can see very clearly that you have more than one thing that you can focus on. The reason I'm not being specific about what area is because I feel like it's going to be so different for all of you. I just want you to resonate that wherever it does in your life. Okay, we'll get some clarification and that might specify more for each of you. And then in the current energy, we have the Eight of Cups, the Devil in reverse, and the Ace of Pentacles. So where things have not worked out, in other words, if you were striving for an opportunity and the door just kept slamming on you, that's why I feel like you're finally walking away from it. It's creating less stress and less issues. A missed opportunity is usually a blessing. Even though we can't see it, and definitely don't feel it, it is for the best. Is there always something better coming? I feel so. We may not see it that way at first, but usually it's because it's going to get you further along your path, or it's going to create more abundance than you could have expected with the other opportunity. So if you're in a position now where you've just walked away from something, or you're letting go of the emotions that were surrounded around an opportunity that did not work out, it's going to be for the good, because it's helping release some of those negative emotions or negative feelings that you might have had. And it's going to force you to look at things from a different perspective where you can open up. So letting go of like that tight held emotional response to whatever it was. It's like you release yourself of that and you no longer carry the burden or the frustration or anything emotional connected to it. All right. So let's look at the near future. We have the Seven of Wands in reverse with the King of Cups and the Knight of Wands. For some of you that are not in a relationship, if something had to close out for you, whether it be mentally or actually physically, like releasing of that energy, this is you opening up and becoming more vulnerable with the options that you may have had. It could have been in a relationship. And that's when somebody new comes along. Now, the King of Cups to me right now is representing someone who's very nurturing and wants to show up in your life. So if they haven't shown up yet, it's coming in the near future. Doesn't mean tomorrow or the next 30 days. So I don't like to get people's hopes up and say, okay, it's going to happen exactly in this time frame, because you're all on different timelines. But this energy is around you. So for those of you that this resonates, where you're opening up to the idea that you can have a very nurturing relationship, it's because you've released whatever had happened in the past that was negative. So a lot of us have done that. We've gone to a place where we realize that the internal work is more important. Loving ourselves is going to attract that person. And because, male or female, you have the Queen of Cups showing up with the King of Cups, the two of you are a match. So you have an emotional stability, meaning that the two of you see eye to eye as far as your emotions are concerned. Some people are more emotional than others. In this case, I'm going to say if you are a little bit more emotional, empathic, spiritual, this person meets you where you are on your path. Okay, so let's get some clarifiers for the Queen of Cups with the Tower. So what happened? I feel like somebody could have left your life or gotten frustrated and you just decided, hey, look, this is how I am now. So if you don't like it, there's the door. That's what I feel like. So if it's a friendship, it could be a family member as well. And for a lot of you, it's going to be a relationship that you let go, whether it be yesterday, last week, or 6 years ago. It's a final realization that this is done. And I now love myself because I had this experience. I had to go through it in order to open myself up to the possibilities of what the future can look like. All right. Queen of Cups with the Tower. So we have the Queen of Pentacles in reverse because it could have created some kind of instability for you in your life. And when that happens and you're not necessarily in the path that you're meant to be, or it's time for a shift, the universe will shift things up. If a relationship is meant to go, there's nothing you can do that's going to save it. You can stay in it, but you're just going to keep learning the same lessons. So where it's created any kind of instability, whether it be financially or otherwise, or where you were feeling like maybe a little less than, your self-esteem wasn't as high, that's why this had to break out of your life, so that you could focus more on healing internally, emotionally, and otherwise. All right, let's look at the Tower with the Seven of Cups. And then we have the Ace of Pentacles. So ironically, the Ace of Pentacles shows up in the current energy as the reverse. But here in the recent past, something showed up for you. So whether it be a new opportunity in love that's going to be more stable, that's going to come into your life, or you could have also been given a raise. I want to say it could be a raise. There's lots of different things that could come with the Ace of Pentacles, but it's going to be movement around your finances as well. So like I said, if there's something new that came about that helped, pad your bank account, or if there's something you really want to spend the money on, I feel like you're going to get to the place that you can. All right, let's look at the Eight of Cups with the Devil in reverse. And then we have the Page of Cups. So this is wanting a new emotional experience. It's about wanting something that's fresh, where you wipe the slate clean. So it's as if you're looking into the future saying, I want a new emotional experience for whatever area of your life that is. Okay, so let's look at the Devil in reverse with the Ace of Pentacles in reverse. So then we have the Eight of Cups again to clarify the Eight of Cups, which is very much walking away from anything that is unstable emotionally. Not carrying it with you into your new experiences is what's going to be important. And if you need time in between any kind of a relationship, doesn't matter if you lost a friend or a partner, it's needing that time in between to understand why you had to go through that experience, and then really moving differently in how you show up in your relationships, whether it's that you hold back, you set proper boundaries, whatever it is, you're releasing that so that you can move forward and know that what you're going to experience moving forward is going to be different than what you experienced in the past, because you no longer allow yourself to be open to that kind of, I just heard fuckery, so I'm just going to say it, if there was that for you in your life. All right, so in the near future, opening back up, being vulnerable with the Two of Wands, a little bit of fear around how this could look, what the future holds. We all have it. That's why we all seek people who can see the future. It can be tough, but in this case, I'm going to say there's something to look forward to on the emotional level. So maybe your fears are there and you want to check yourself when it comes about and make damn sure that you have released whatever. That's why there's such a huge clarification here with the Eight of Cups. Like, really leave those emotional disappointments in the past. Don't allow them to creep in and have any impact. There's a recognition of not wanting to project anything from your past onto your future situations. All right, now the King of Cups with the Knight of Wands in reverse. Then we have the Four of Pentacles. So at first you may feel like you want to hold on really tightly, and then I feel like you're going to take a step back and you're going to realize, I don't need to hold on tightly. What's meant for me is going to come to me. I can be prepared, yes. Now, if this is you holding back in a sense, like you need to be cautious, they're saying something about your finances, which wouldn't have to do right now with this emotional situation. If you do feel like you need to save a little bit after you have that expenditure, yeah, you could be focused on that as well. So you may be in your head about, like, I need to focus on work, so I don't want to be too open to any new emotional situations that are going to create any kind of distraction. But I feel like most of you are going to be open to it if you're not already in a stable, healthy relationship. All right, so let's go ahead and clear this, and we'll look into the person that's on your mind. So think about them for just a moment while I clear this. They keep wanting to say there was some kind of a surprise in the recent past. So something definitely was a little bit shocking. The shift and change I don't think you were expecting. It could be great and it could have been a little disappointing, but either way, both situations are for your benefit. All right. This is for Aries and their person, please. All right. Let's see. We've got the Wheel of Fortune in reverse for your person, the Two of Pentacles, the Nine of Cups in reverse, and the Seven of Pentacles. All right. You are the Three of Wands in reverse with the Ace of Swords in reverse, the Magician, and then the Knight of Pentacles. And then the King of Cups is the overall energy. So there's a couple things. With the King of Cups being the overall energy, there's a desire to love. There is love between the two of you. With the Wheel of Fortune in reverse, your person could be having a lot of financial issues. With the Two of Pentacles being right after the Wheel of Fortune, it could be that they're going back and forth and they're just not satisfied with where they are in their work situation. It's as if, like, they waited so long that they're getting frustrated and they don't want to continue to put work in. So if that's how they feel in the relationship and you're sensing that they're pulling back, they could be unhappy with things that are happening in their life and they're projecting that onto you. So do they have a desire? Right now, I think they're losing patience. They could be juggling as well. You may be sensing that this person isn't on the up and up. And remember, when somebody does that or they have a tendency to be a cheater, it is about them. It has nothing to do with you. So your energy is the Three of Wands in reverse, Ace of Swords, Magician, and the Knight of Pentacles. And it just looks like you've lost patience with it. Like you don't want to wait anymore. And the Ace of Swords says there's just no clarity around it. So I feel like your focus is the Magician and then the Knight of Pentacles, focusing on your energy, what you need to do, what's going to create balance in your life. So your back is to that. Now, if this is something that happened like in the main reading, it's you really walking away and knowing that that's the right thing to do for you. So I sense that most of you are in a position right now with whoever's on your mind to kind of walk away because you question probably whether this person is doing some back and forth stuff. And they could have done it to you several times where you were questioning whether they were in it or they weren't in it, or if they did already have another person and you were aware, you may have just decided, I just don't want to deal with it anymore. Let's see. Heart-to-heart conversations, honestly discuss your feelings with each other. And then we have give your relationship a chance. That's going to be for some of you. But if this person's going back and forth and they can't make up their mind, nobody wants to be second choice or an option. Let go of control issues, allow the situation to unfold naturally, and then love yourself first. That makes perfect sense with what's coming out here. Passion, allow your heart and soul to sing with joy. I think the passion is just saying stay passionate about your life and what's going on with you and focusing on loving yourself. If you do choose to give this relationship a chance, you're going to have to know that this person is still in a place where they're going back and forth. So even though you may feel connected, you can't obviously control another person. Not saying that you're trying to, but sometimes we want to control what's going on because it affects us in our day-to-day life. What the focus is right now is just to love yourself. Really focus on you and pull your energy back. And if you've already done this, that's fantastic. If you are still open to the possibility that this could work, then I think there's some deep conversations that have to be had and some honesty that needs to be told. All right, let's look at some advice for you guys when it comes to this situation. What's the advice for Aries, please? So we have the Hierophant, have faith, the Lovers, interesting, Four of Wands, and the Four of Pentacles. And then, okay, if the two of you are willing to really fight hard for this relationship, yes, it could lead to a higher level of commitment. With the Hierophant and the Four of Wands and the Lovers, and then the Four of Pentacles in reverse, it means that there's a release. There's no selfishness that goes on, but there needs to be a choice made. I mean, this is like, if this is what you want, seek that. If this is not the right person, open yourself up to somebody else, is what I feel like I need to say. All right, let's look at the Lover's Oracle for you. This is for Aries. We have, if you could do anything, what would it be? The answer dwells in your heart, not in your mind, for the heart is the gateway to the soul. And then we have balance. Love is not always about agreeing just for the sake of it. A great relationship is one that both supports and challenges. And then we have, when you pass from this world, you take nothing with you but your soul and the memories you have shared with those you love. All right, guys. Last but not least, let's get a couple of cards from the Wisdom of the Oracle. All right, this is for Aries. So we have breathe, taking that moment to really go within. That's an 11. And then we have yang, all that glitters, and orphan. There may be a sense of feeling abandoned by the situation. Overall is why. And you could be questioning that as well. Why did this have to happen this way? It's frustrating. Like, we don't always understand the whys, but if we take a really big step back and we look at the situation, we'll understand where we were allowing things that we shouldn't. And that's why the love yourself first comes through. Ask yourself why this didn't bring balance to you. What did you need to learn from this relationship that was important? There's a need to increase like the masculine side of the energy. So breathe, that's an obvious one. Take a time out and really get deep and grounded into yourself. All that glitters. Sometimes this means that things are very glittery, but I'm going to say in this moment, all that glitters isn't always gold. So sometimes we can put kind of a film, if you will, over a situation and not really allow ourselves to see what's truly going on. And I think you're being asked to open your eyes really wide. 5, this could be the problem that your person has. They could feel like they have abandonment issues, which creates someone who does things like juggle or cheat or something of that sort, because then they can control whether somebody leaves. They don't like someone to leave, so they tend to be the one to leave first. Now, this means that there's going to be some big changes in that. If that person is willing to do some really deep work on themselves. there could be some shifts and change. All right, my loves, I hope that helped. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for all your likes, shares, comments, and subscribes. If you'd like a personal, that information is in the description box below. Have an amazing mid-month, and I will see you guys in the next one. Lots of love. Take care.